Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am very glad you are here with me today. I am sharing the items that I purchased during the recent Sephora event, and I'm going to give you my honest initial reviews on all of these products. So let's get started. I don't typically do haul videos, but I thought since I shared items that I recommend, that I would share what I purchased because I'm not sure that any of these were on my list. I have been trying to only buy items that I find necessary, as in I need to restock something, or, maybe I need a product like foundation or concealer, but maybe I'm trying something different. And so I just wanted to share those items with you. I did purchase one order online, and then I ended up being at a Kohl's doing an Amazon return. And I thought, you know what, let me step inside and see if they have the products that are in my cart right now. It was the last day of the sale, and they actually had everything that was on my list. Two items I had forgotten from my original order, so I just went ahead and picked them up. So this is everything I got during the sale, and most of it was a restock. One was an accident, so let's just see what I have. The first thing is my Salt and Stone deodorant. I found out about this deodorant I believe from someone that I follow on Instagram, and they recommended the Santal and Vetiver fragrance. Now, this is the full size, and this was my accident. We're starting with the accident. This is not the one I meant to pick up. It's just a nice, round deodorant stick. It is very creamy. I tend to rub it in once I put it on. It has a nice, clean fragrance. It's just really pretty. And these fragrances are supposed to be for anyone, so they're considered unisex. I ran out of this one, and I wasn't planning on buying this again because their mini discovery set was in stock. I had this in my cart because before the sale, this was not available. And then while I was looking the day of the first sale that I could do the VIB, then I realized that it was in stock. So I put this in my cart, but I forgot to remove this one. I'm not upset. I love having this, but I really wanted to try the discovery set because it has two other fragrances I haven't tried. And so just to give you an idea, the regular size is 2.6 ounces or 75 grams. The minis are 1 ounces or 28 grams. So that gives you an idea of how much smaller these are. Now you do get, just dropping them everywhere, you do get the Santal and Vetiver scent. So if you're interested in knowing what that smells like, it does come in this. Now I like that these actually come with a little cap. I noticed that the larger one did not. So I don't know if it was missing or if it just generally does not come with one. Didn't look used or touched or anything like that, so I wasn't worried about it. The next fragrance is the Saffron and Cedar. It comes in kind of this beige packaging. This one I've been using at night because I typically put deodorant on at night, and I really like this scent. It is a little bit more warm, and I think the saffron adds that little bit of, I want to say spice, but it doesn't really smell spicy. It just gives it that warmth. And the cedar is definitely a little bit more masculine. But I like to wear it at night because I feel like it's definitely more of like a mood deodorant. And it's not something that I would typically wear during the day. This definitely lingers longer than the Santal one does. So that's another reason I picked to wear it at night. It's just a little bit more potent than the other one. It's a little heavier in fragrance. And then the last one is the Bergamot and Hinoki. I wasn't sure how I would feel about this. It's kind of in this sage green color. And when I smelled it, I actually think this is my favorite. So I have not used it yet, and I'm not sure how strong it is. It's not very strong just smelling it from the container, but this is actually a fresher scent, in my opinion. I'm not great with fragrance and describing things, but this to me is a little bit more, is a little bit fresher because it has almost more of like an airy, maybe even a little bit of like water. I don't know what hinoki is, and I actually don't know what bergamot is. I was afraid with the bergamot though that it was going to be too strong or a heavier fragrance, but it's actually nice and light. And so I'm really excited to use that one, but I'm saving it. I might take it with me on my next trip, so we'll see. But this was the set I was wanting to get. They also have the body mist now, and I think they have body wash, and I think they might even have lotion or cream or something. So they're definitely expanding their range, and they do have some other fragrances that aren't included in that set that I would love to try. But yeah, I was really excited about that. So the deodorant has been a great addition for me. I was using Native, and while it worked okay, I just felt like it was kind of drying out my underarms a little bit, and I just didn't feel like it was great with the deodorant part, you know, keeping the odor away. These I think work much better, and I really like the way that they're fragrant. So they are a little more expensive. They're $20 for the large. I don't remember how much the mini set was. I'll have it linked in the description box, but I am going to keep buying those because they really are great, and they really do have that luxury fragrance without being too overpowering. One of the other items I was excited to get, so these I'm actually going to swatch and try on for you. This is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer for eyes and face. And I got this in shade 4. I typically do, I think, a 4 or a 5 in her skin tint. So I thought that I would try, you know, the 4 to be a little bit lighter. And supposedly a little bit goes a long way. I did try it once already, and I'm still playing around with it. It has a really tiny doe foot applicator, which is nice for application. It's got a little curve. Again, since I heard you don't need a lot, I really just kind of put like a little dot here, and I use my Lisa Eldridge foundation brush, but and I just kind of pat it underneath to kind of help with the darkness, and then down here in and past the crease here of my eye socket. And this is supposed to be a neutral shade. I do feel like compared to the Makeup Forever concealer that I was using, that this is definitely a little more yellow, whereas that one is a little bit more neutral. So I don't know if you can see, I do think that it looks brighter, and it did help to cover up some of that darkness. I am going to do a little dot on this side, but instead of using the brush, I am going to use my finger to see if tapping in with the warmth of my finger helps it to stay in place any differently than with the brush. I have a couple of very fine lines right under my eyes, and there are, I want to say 2, they're up here, and then I have 2 over here, and it just feels like with this concealer that they are much more noticeable. I don't notice them as much with the Makeup Forever. Maybe I'm missing it. It actually looked way worse when I put powder on it. So I want to try it today, like I said, using the brush over on this side, just kind of moving that around, getting it in place, and then using my finger on that side, maybe having it warmed up a little bit will make a difference. We'll see. I do think it helps to brighten and lighten my face. I have the Lisa Eldridge skin tint on my face right now. I just kind of wanted to even out my skin tone and not do too much with it because of trying this product so that you guys could see it. So I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it looks at the end. The next product I got, I was influenced to get. This is the MAC Multi Sculpt Matte Color Liquid. These are supposed to be waterproof and smudge proof. And so I got the shade Painterly because I wanted something to put on my eyes that was kind of the same color as my skin tone that I could put eyeshadow on top of. Now, I did use this already, and I used it and did an eye look over top with, I want to say 2 or 3 eye colors. And I do not feel like it stayed in place as well as I thought it would, but it might have just been too much. So I want to try with just one eyeshadow shade, like a shimmer or something, to see if maybe that works a little bit better. But it just kind of makes my eyelid one shade, and hopefully it will help the powder stay in place. I have, I guess because my eyelids are a little oilier, even though I am wearing powder eyeshadow, it sometimes tends to gather in the crease of my eyelid. And so I wanted to see if this would help it stay in place. Danessa Myricks also has a similar product that comes in a tube. I think it's called Color Fix, and they come in all different colors and finishes, like, you know, glitter and sequin and metallic and things like that. And then she does have a nude collection, which I believe is her matte, part of her matte collection. But it is meant to be used for the same thing. So I am going to add a little bit of my Chantecaille Zebra shade. This is one of my favorites. It's just a nice rose gold. And I'm just going to use my finger because that's what I have available. And I'm just going to lightly press that on my lid and take it up into the crease. And for right now, I'm only going to do it on the one side because I just kind of want to see what happens. But that's what it looks like when you just add one color to that. And it looks like it's staying pretty well. I don't see any fallout. And that doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So that's good. So we'll see. All right. I do have a few more products that I picked up. One of my absolute favorite products is the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Duo Spray. I'm sorry, the Rescue Facial Mist. This is their duo. The full-size bottle and then the mini. The full-size bottle is 4 ounces or 120 milliliters. And the mini is 1 ounce or I think it's 30 milliliters. The full size is $28. The mini, I believe, is $12. And this set was $30. So I got the mini for $2 instead of $12. So saved $10 doing this. I was really just looking for the full-size bottle, and the Sephora I was at the Kohl's, they actually had both. So just for some height comparison, this is the full-size bottle, and this is the mini. And I love these because, and actually this may not be the size of the mini I'm thinking of. I'm not sure. Because anyway, I use this, you know, after being outside, or even put it on before I go outside to kind of stay cool and to help, you know, with sweat and stuff like that. My husband and I both use this on bug bites, believe it or not. We've had a lot of success if I get a mosquito bite, or if he gets, you know, the fire ants, because we have fire ants in our yard. If they bite him, he'll spray this on. I'll spray it on a mosquito bite. The itching stops. There's something about the hypochlorous acid that's in this that's supposed to help with that. It's great for people with eczema or psoriasis if you're dealing with itching. Even though it says it's a facial spray, you can spray it anywhere. So I love this spray. This is actually a backup. I still have a little bit. And when it was my birthday and I got my birthday gift, I actually got a mini size, but I think it's twice as big as that one, or at least half as big. So, and I haven't used that one yet either. So I'm probably going to take one of the mini sizes on vacation with us. And then I also picked up the Briogeo Style and Treat Dry Shampoo Puff. I've been wanting to try this. I bought the dry shampoo from Briogeo that has the charcoal that's in the taller container, and you you basically squeeze it out. It's a powder. It's non-aerosol. It's okay. It doesn't make my head itch, but I don't feel like it really does anything. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I need to keep playing around with it. But this one I thought was neat because it's actually, it has an open and close feature. You just twist it, but it has this little puff on top. And I bought the one that's tinted. There is one that is completely translucent, but this one is tinted for dark hair. So I wanted to try this because I did notice with the charcoal one, it is white. And usually I don't have a problem getting it to absorb and then dust out of my hair. But sometimes I still feel like everything looks a little bit lighter. So I got this one, and you're just supposed to, I don't think I actually have it open, but you're just supposed to tap it. I don't know if you can see that line that kind of came in there. And so you just kind of rub it. And then if, you know, you can brush it out, or if you have to style your hair in any sort of way, you can do that as well. It kind of made things a little messy, but oh well. So this is something I'm hoping to take with me on vacation. And since it was on sale, I figured why not? I think that's how I bought the other one. I bought it on sale as well. And since these were all things I technically needed or were replacing because I was running out of my concealer, I decided to pick up 2 of the Sephora collection lip liners. I love a good lip liner. I like to put it under my lipstick. It just helps with the longevity of my lipstick. And I wanted something that I could wear every day that was like my lips but better. And then I wanted something that was a step above. So they may look very similar to you, but they are slightly different. So let me pull these caps off to show you because I have opened them. This is the 8-Hour Colorful Transfer Proof Lip Liner. It is a pencil, and this is number 5, Marvelous Mauve. So this is the one that should be my lips but better. And then this one that will give me a little more color is 19 Crushed Raspberry. So it is a brighter, more vibrant color, but it's not, you know, crazy. So I'm going to do Marvelous Mauve first. And like I said, it's supposed to be my lips but better. Now, if I were to add some lip gloss or lip balm, this is my, oh, what's it called? My Abib PDRN Collagen Lip Mask in Glazed Jelly. So probably not the first thing I should have thought of putting on, but it was within arm's reach. And that just gave it a little pop of color. And, you know, again, my lips but better. So I can wear this every day. I can wear this color for the office. I can wear it under a lot of different lipsticks that I have because I don't think it's really going to affect the color that much. It'll obviously lean a little pinker. It's more pink than my iconic nude from Charlotte Tilbury. But so far, it's worked really well and it glides on pretty easily. So I'm pretty happy with it. So next we have the Crushed Raspberry. It's definitely more vibrant. It definitely gives more color, but I really like that it still looks, I don't want to say natural because this is not natural, but it doesn't look overly done in my opinion. It doesn't look like, you know, it's a crazy different color or that it doesn't match or, you know, it's outside my coloring. I think it's a really nice vibrant pink shade. It's not, you know, anything terribly crazy. It's not a bright red, but it definitely adds color. And I think it'll be great for the spring and summer. And just adding that lip mask on there just gives it that nice, beautiful, glossy look. So yeah, those are the things I picked up. And, you know, the Sephora collection was 30% off and everything else I got for 15% off because that was what my VIB discount was. And yeah, so let's see how the eyes are doing. So here is you can see it's actually creasing there a little bit. The MAC is creasing. So that is not good, unfortunately for me. And I'm just sitting here. This light is not that bright, and I have a fan on. And if you look at the other eye, it looks okay. I actually don't see it creasing, so that's good on the eyelid. And then underneath, I see these little lines here, and I feel like I don't typically see them, but I definitely think they look worse on this side than over here. I know that there's at least two, whereas right now I'm only seeing the one, whereas this side has the three. So, but like I said, when I powdered, and I used my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder, and I've used my Danessa Myricks powder, and I used my, what's Blue Mercury's line? Lunaster powder. None of them really seemed to do a whole lot. And actually, I think it was the Danessa Myricks was actually made everything a little even lighter in color. So it was almost too light for that. So I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the Danessa Myricks concealer back and get the Makeup Forever one again. Or since I am using the Armani, I could try their concealer because it's supposed to be nice as well. I just didn't want to pay that price point, but we will have to wait and see. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the MAC. I think I may keep it because I think if I put it underneath a shadow, that may help. And maybe if I powder this side, that would be a little bit better. I can put some more eyeshadow on now to do that. But I think that's going to be the key, is just making sure that it's powdered. You know what I mean? That may be the only way to keep it from shifting too much. So we'll see. I will definitely give you guys an update at some point. It may be over on Instagram, so keep an eye out for that. But for the most part, I really enjoy what I got. As I said, this is an absolute favorite. I will always buy the SOS spray from Tower 28, the Salt and Stone deodorant for right now. This is my favorite. And I will have to keep you guys updated on the Briogeo because I really haven't tried it much. If you guys have tried this, let me know if there's a specific way that you use it, if there's a way you figured out that it works well, or if you use the charcoal one, let me know how you're using it. Maybe I need to try a different technique. And of course, you can't go wrong with lip liners. At least I don't think so. That's a weakness of mine. I do love my lip products. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you guys purchased anything during the sale, leave me a comment. Let me know what you got. Were you happy with it? Were you just restocking a favorite or something that you use every day? Or did you try something new and you found that you were disappointed in it? Let me know. I want to know. Everyone watching wants to know. Let's start that conversation, and I will see you guys in the comments. Please remember to be kind to yourselves. Please be kind to others, and I will see you all next time. Bye.